What's going on, Twitch? If you're familiar with my show at all, you see I've got a different opening this time. I just kind of felt like I needed to make it a little shorter. I'd done some research initially, and they're like, "Oh, I'll give like a 2 minute buffer or whatever," but I figured why wait that long? I might tweak it some more. Just the way the interface works with Twitch, I think I need to pad the front just a little bit more to get the stream running and have it not do whatever. Yeah, Uh, I didn't end up streaming last night because I did an interview on another channel and just call it a night after that. So while I'm currently waiting on more uh, pages for the projects I'm working on, uh, I want to jump back on this Lady of the Lake piece I did. Started on here. I don't know, a month or more ago now. So anyway, I figured I'd just jump on here, get to work. If anybody comes to hang out, cool. Uh, if not, it's here for later. So, let's see. So I've already got a color hold on her. She's not covered in black lines. Uh, I want to go ahead and do color holds on the water itself. Probably leave the lily pads in the grass, or at least have the grass be a different color. But yeah, so I'm just gonna come in here, and it's a little tedious, but in the end, it'll look a lot better. Give it a little more. I don't think necessarily painted look, but it'll allow me to emphasize certain aspects a little bit better. The black gets a little intrusive at times, so or the darker lines, so colorizing them will help me focus the viewer's eyes into more what I want to be focused on. I want dark gray pencil lines for water. I want make them blue and kind of blend. Like they're not going to go away. They're just going to become a little more seamless with the piece. Since I've already got the character with the color holds on another clipping mask layer, I don't have to worry so much about not selecting hers because it's on a layer that's going to be above this one, so it makes it a little better logistically. Adds another layer, which I don't really want lots of layers, but they do come in handy at times. Try to keep my layer count pretty low. Usually, I've got a few on this one. I've got a number working here. I approached this one a little bit differently than I typically do, which tends to mean more layers for me. But let me get this little area done. I'll zoom out and show you what I'm trying to do. So you can see this is where I've selected right here. I just did the quick mask so you can see it, and I'm on my clipping mask layer here. So I want a dark blue. I don't know how dark I'm going to be. I want it to be visible, but I don't want it to overpower. And that's pretty good. Like I like that blue pretty well. Like you can see the difference right here, especially. I might go just a touch lighter with it. See the difference? This goes a long way. but since I shifted my color, I need to select. So, yeah, it's an effective tool. I don't really think it's a trick. It's a tool. You know, you can do it for everything, and it'll be really cool. But when you're working on deadlines and doing interior pages, you kind of save that for specific instances, because as you can see, it takes a little time to
At Charmin,
isolate
we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the
the
bathroom in public,
areas
so we decided to sing
to
about it.
make them work and look good. So the quick and easiest stuff to do is like, you know, laser blasts and explosions and bursts that get drawn. Those are often
Charmin
done
Super Mega
as
Roll
color
is
holds.
6 regular rolls in one. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
With tons of delicious nachos loaded with your favorite toppings, Taco Bell's
Sometimes I see
Nachos
it
Party
done
Pack
for
always brings the fun.
backgrounds
Game day is
to
now.
help push a background
Turn that monthly book club into
further back if you want to make it a little less
or watching
a
reality
little less
shows
obvious,
with
a
your
little more,
roommates could be.
a little bit more focus on the solid dark or
So
black
gather your
lines
crew
in
and
the
enjoy.
foreground.
At participating U.S. locations for a limited time.
Other banks charge fees on savings and checking accounts. Doesn't sound good, does it? Capital One reimagined banking. So it sounds more like this. With Capital One, you can open an account with no fees or minimums in 5 minutes. Get started now at a Capital One location or online. Sound good to you? This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
For consumers only. Approval required. Offered by Capital One N.A. member FDIC. Copyright 2018 Capital One.
Not doing the grass. I just want to make sure I avoid the blades that are sticking out. When I finish this piece, hopefully here on the stream, hopefully I'll get it done. It's quite a far way along. There's lots of little things I want to do, and there's stuff I'm trying to figure out. So it kind of depends on how long it takes me to figure out how to really pull it together and make it work. But when I'm done with this one, outside of the freelance assignments I'm working on right now, and currently waiting the next batch of pages, I've got a really cool set of Final Fantasy VII characters that I'm doing. It'll be a triptych, big piece that combines all into, or 3 pieces that combine all into one big piece. Or you can enjoy them individually, and those will be added into the print rotation for convention. So I'm looking forward to coloring that. Should be fun. I've always liked the character designs for Final Fantasy VII. I've liked a lot of the character designs from all the games, whether or not I've played them all or not. But there's some cool designs in them. most of the work I do these days is rarely inked. It's almost always straight to pencils, and that's fine. I've gotten pretty accustomed to doing that, and it's not that big a deal. This one, pretty soft pencils, which can give a real nice kind of painterly look, especially when you end up colorizing the water. But sometimes when you're laying flats, you miss things like these should probably be lily pads here also. I'm going to end up doing that. One of those things where it's not the most exciting thing to watch, and there's quite a bit here to do, so my apologies on having something more interesting to look at the moment, but in the end I think it'll go a long way into making this piece really nice. I've colored most of this on a previous stream. I did a little bit of work yesterday afternoon on that wasn't in the stream, and I don't think I've worked on it other than I don't recall working on this. So this will be one of the pieces that is almost exclusively done during streaming, if I remember right. So pretty cool. You can go back and watch some of the earlier ones if you want to see the whole thing come together. Most of the stuff I did yesterday was a little bit detailed stuff, which makes a difference, but nothing huge, I guess. This is probably the detail work. It's beneficial to see. Hang on 1 second. Hello? Coloring, streaming, what are you doing? No, you're okay. No, she can probably come before then. I'll get her in so she's here when Melissa gets home. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, they're done with it. They're crossing the other ones now. No. Nothing like the last 2 days. So. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Thanks. Bye. My daughter is with my mom. She's been there the last 2 days. Arranging how and when to get her home. We've had roofers here the last 2 days. The last 2 days they've been working on my condo's roof. My neighbors, my side of the complex, our building. So the last 2 days they've been above me hammering, fixing skylight, and making all kinds of. They finished ours yesterday, so today they're on the other building, which is across our, not a driveway, but I don't know what else to call it other than a driveway. They're working over there. It's quite a bit quieter than it's been the last 2 days, which is pretty noisy. It got pretty rough. The first day, I didn't know if I was going to be able to keep working in my office because it got really bad for a while. And just about as at my breaking point, they went on lunch break, and while they were gone, 45 minutes an hour, and it just kind of got to the point where I was able to zone into what I was working on. And so by the time they came back, I was okay. Like I was just kind of really into what I was doing. So now the goal is I'm just going to emphasize some of these really cool waves he's drawn, so we can show the shadows a little more. You know, I like my wave brush. I think I got a couple of them that look really good, but I really like the way he drew the water here. You can see it in the overall pencils. I mean, it's really beautiful. So I don't want to get rid of that. I want to work with and enhance it. So I'm working with the waves I've already done with my brush work, but I'm also drawing selections to help work with these wonderful lines Jordan has drawn. The artist is Jordan Gunderson. I'm sure I mentioned before, but not today, so I'll mention it today. Jordan Gunderson drew this piece, and he and I have worked together on some covers and pinups in the past, either for commissions or with Aspen Comics specifically for our published work together, and he and I were discussing options and how to coordinate together to, prepare for next convention season. Because obviously with all of COVID, we don't really have a convention season this year, and the hope and goal is, when conventions come back and go live and start able to get back in person, that we have some great new content, so I did previously on Twitch, I colored up a Black Widow that Jordan drew that I think came out really cool. I think the atmospherics and stuff on it were really choice. And he surprised me with this one. I have a couple others of his I'm going and want to do. Of course, the one I wanted to do the most he sent me, he's done something I've done in the past, and when he scanned it, he also made a low-res JPEG for his references or to send along, and ended up overriding his high-res scan on this piece for the character Katana from like Suicide Squad or Birds of Prey or something like that. Really cool piece. And when he sent me that, I got really excited. I'm like, oh yeah, he's got some other great pieces he sent me that I look forward to coloring. But that one was like, oh, I want to do that one. And I'm not familiar with the character, but it was a wicked cool drawing. But unfortunately, it happens. We didn't have a high res anymore, so that's all right. And then he surprised me with this one. I was like, ooh. Obviously, it's the Lady of the Lake, but it's not a specific pop culture character or whatever. It's just a really nice drawing.
If you're listening to this song on high and still hear noise from outside, you might need new windows. With Pella Windows, you get exceptional sound resistance to block the noise, whether you live in the city or country. Get $200 off per qualifying window and $500 off per qualifying door, or 0% APR for 48 months. Offer ends October 17th. Visit
Hey, what's up, Platinum Boy?
PellaSanAntonio.com to schedule an appointment. Certain restrictions apply.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Are you looking for a fast, easy, and safe way to vote? Well, in Bear County, you
Can
can.
you clarify
You can
your
vote anywhere, at
question
any
about the
voting
comic on the
location,
way?
no matter where you live. There are numerous voting sites, including 4 mega voting centers like the AT&T Center, where you'll find lots of space for social distancing. You got this vote, Bear County. To learn more, go to bear.org. That's BEXAR.org.
I don't know what that is.
I just got this voice changer for $5 to tell you about Taco Bell's Grande Stacker Box.
I don't even know how to say I eat gal.
Seasoned beef, plus
I don't even know how to
two
pronounce
crunchy
that.
tacos and a medium drink for only $5. I should have just got the feeling $5 Grande Stacker Box. Only at Taco Bell.
At limited participating U.S. locations for a limited time only. Contact local store for prices, hours, and participation, which vary. Tax extra, drinks excludes, freezes.
You want to know if I have a comic on the way? I do. I currently have my creator-owned comic running on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. Either way, it is called Savage Sasquanaut, same as my my Twitch handle, Sasquanaut, and it is on issue 4, but all the issues are available. Here's a link to the Kickstarter if you want to check it out, and here's a link to Indiegogo. Either way, if you have a preference or not, but that's for my comic called Savage Sasquanaut, about Bigfoot in space. Hope that answers your question, because I'm unfamiliar with the word you've used there. I'm sorry. Hopefully come November, once my freelance schedule lightens up a little bit, I'll be working on issue 5 of Savage Sasquanaut here on Twitch. I'll be working on coloring it here. Go back in here before I forget. I'm gonna make these lilies like I was talking about earlier. So I am going to do a little reflection here in the water, hopefully. Of course I did. I had merged all these yesterday and I instantly regret it because I updated my flats. Okay, so I have to do it this other way. That's alright. I'm just going to go back to I'm gonna do my fade airbrush. By fade, what I mean is just to show you, I've got it set up where it kind of just trails off on its own. It's a soft airbrush. See, it just trails off. So I'm gonna use that for my my reflections here. Yeah, I've been making comics nearly 20 years, so yeah. You know, not trying to besmirch amateurs or anything like that, but making comics is my job. I am a pro. You know? I need to go the longer one. This is not my first creator-owned title, but it is my first self-published title, which is why I'm using Kickstarter and Indiegogo to raise funds to fund the printing. And issues 1 through 4, or 1 through 3, have already been kickstarted and printed, and these current Kickstarters are to fund the printing of issue 4. To get it printed and sent out to people. To finish a page, it varies. Depends on the style of coloring I do and whatever. Like covers, I put more time into them, so covers take longer. Like interior comic pages, I try to not spend more than 5 hours on them, but I try to average between 3 and 4 typically on a typical comic interior page of coloring. I hire artists to draw, because while I do draw, I do recognize that other dudes draw better than me, and when I do my comics, I want better art than I can draw, but I can color. You know, I've been awarded a Best Coloring Audience Choice Award by the B.D. Price Air Museum in Europe. So my skills are more color-based, whereas others are drawing, so I pay somebody to draw and I will color it. But yeah, interior comics pages, 3-4 hours on average. Covers, it depends kind of how much. Like this one, I'm spending a bit of time on it, but it's not that I'm doing it all in one sitting. Like I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you were on earlier, but I started coloring this piece on Twitch, and you can go back to my archived videos. They should still be there. I think it wasn't that long ago, and if it is, it should be on my YouTube channel, because I moved my archived videos to YouTube, hopefully before they delete. And most of the work that's been done was during that 1 or 2 live stream, and then I did a little bit of work yesterday, like maybe an hour, on just some detail stuff. But all told, this piece will probably be, I don't know, 8, maybe 12 hours. I don't know. I haven't really been tracking it, because this is just kind of just as I can. Because I'm currently waiting on assigned pages for other projects I'm working on. This is more of a do it as I can and when I can type of project. My goal here on Twitch is just kind of show the different steps of coloring, like what it takes, you know, because it's an involved process. There's lots of things that, you know, people don't know about, or if they want to learn some more. I mean, that's why I'm here. I can talk coloring, I can talk writing comics, I can talk drawing comics, though, you know, I don't get published drawing comics. I get published writing and drawing, or writing and coloring. Done some lettering, but I now hire out for a letterer because lettering's another skill that I can do it, and I can do it okay, but you know, it's an art form. It takes some work, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that. There's kind of just started coloring when I graduated high school, you know, back in 2000. My brother gave me a copy of a pirated copy of Photoshop, and I was playing with coloring, like my drawings and stuff like that, and then I discovered, you know, we finally got high-speed internet, and I was like, oh man, there's art out here, and I started playing with coloring other people's stuff, and quickly realized that I was getting better at color than I was drawing, and I was doing school. It was just a lot of fun. It was kind of relaxing to me, you know. It may not be to other people, but during the stress and anxiety of doing an 18-hour load of college credits while working part-time at a job, kind of just want whatever stress relief you can get, and coloring was mine. I want to pop this a little more. I want to give her a little. I don't want to go too far, but I want to. I'll light her face a little more. I want to get the viewer's eye to really kind of concentrate on her face more than her chest. So the radial gradient with that on color dodge. This gives me a little heat and brightness in the colors when it lightens. From there on the screen. I'm gonna go kind of bright on her nose because that'll help
With tons
bring
of
your
delicious
attention in.
nachos loaded with your favorite toppings, Taco Bell's Nachos Party Pack always brings the fun. Game day is now. Game day with nachos. Turn that monthly book club into a monthly book club with nachos. Or watching reality shows with your roommates could be reality shows with roommates with nachos. So gather your crew and enjoy Taco Bell's Nachos Party Pack at participating U.S. locations for a limited time.
Mom, I think this doll I found in the attic is cursed.
No, its eyes are just very lifelike.
Then why does its head keep spinning?
Be my friend forever.
Oh, that is scary.
You know what's really scary? Missing out on Geico's easy-to-use mobile app. You can manage your Geico policy whenever, wherever.
Let's play with another doll. Or we can just bury it deep in the ground.
Happy Geico-ween. Download the industry-leading Geico app today.
Spilled your drink?
Getting a little more
Bounty picks up
definition
spills
and
quicker,
kind of
and
the
each sheet
soft
is 2
edges.
times
I want a little
absorbent,
more.
so you can use less than the leading value brand. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
The main trick in Photoshop I tell people is if you can learn to master the lasso tool, which is what I'm using to draw my selections. You can master lasso tool, you can pretty much do anything in Photoshop because it's how you can do everything. How you isolate and emphasize and work on specific areas, whether it be photos or art or whatever. I mean, this is how you do it with the lasso tool. Everything else just stems from that. Short one. Just help bring a little bit of light into that shadow. Gives her a little more defined nose, but it's not. I don't want it to be overly defined because it is supposed to be shaded. You know, the light's coming from underneath, so it doesn't need that much extra emphasis. Trying to take this edge out a little bit. You know, I want it to be there, but I don't want to see like the selection line. That's not the style I'm going for. Like you can do some. There's some styles of coloring. Yeah, you can see that selection line is totally fine, but I'm trying to go a little more finesse, a little more painterly, if you will, of being painted. See, I've tried to take some of the heat out of her flesh tone as I get further away. I mean, I can just go ahead and... The idea is that this Excalibur, I want to have it glowing. One of those help attract the eye. Just lost my superstar.
There is nothing that they can do to protect a king and his fool. Caught in the fire, watch it burn. Ash to ash, now it's our turn. Take their kingdom down and smash it to pieces. Turn their feet around, they will leave defeated.
And I don't think that's a good spot because it kind of looks like a glowing nipple, so I don't want that. don't want it to be the same direction that we already use it. Put a little variety in it. So, starting to get too many layers, so I'm going to start putting in some of these effects, and I don't want to search all the time. So I'm not combining all these mainly because I kind of like this background just as is, and so I'll probably, after I'm all said and done, I'll probably keep this as an element that I could use and potentially in future whatever when I need some kind of water. No, maybe not. I did do these on the, so I may not keep it. Just because I forgot I did that, so never mind, ignore that. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that down for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of re-emphasize the lines he already drew. the same time, I'm going to start trying to bring in a little bit of my own as well. It's a little, probably not completely accurate, you know, to what it would really do, but it's a good artistic trick to just kind of create, especially because like it probably really wouldn't be doing this just because this fabric, you know, it's not going to cause a lot of high def ripples like this, but artwork, you take some liberties to just kind of create the effect and the mood and the emotions that you want, and the feelings that you want. So while it's not technically accurate, I'm gonna add these because you see when you zoom out and you see it, you know, it's a little small on the screen, but it just adds a little bit of edge, but it brings it together while also separating it, if that makes sense. The thing is, you don't want to overdo it because it can very easily quickly get out of hand. There's not, I can't tell you like this is what you do to not overdo it. It's a feeling, and you just have to zoom out and look at it and see what works. You can add more and take away. This is one of the instances where layers are helpful. Because if I did this without the layers, just on it, then if I did too much, I couldn't really take away. If I did too little, it's easy, I can just add to it. But if I did too much, it'd kind of be a pain in the butt to fix. So this is one of those instances I'm a pretty big advocate for doing it.
Is there anything more craveable than the smell of McDonald's fries? If someone's hiding an order of fries, they're never hiding it well. It takes one whiff to trigger a fry craving that will only be satisfied the McDonald's way. So stand up if you would like to taste the smell of a McDonald's fry right now. Did you just stand? Because if you did, then you earned yourself a trip to the McDonald's drive-thru for your own steamy carton of crispy, golden goodness. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Ugh, I have to do laundry when I get home. I have to lug all my clothes over to the washing machine. Then I get to put them in the dryer. And accidentally shrink my cashmere sweater again.
Motorcycles make everything exciting. And when Geico makes it easy to switch
My
and save
dog
on
isn't the
motorcycle
biggest fan of
insurance,
having
it's
all
even more
those
exciting.
roofers out there making noise and
into little
fucking and hanging around.
Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
First day was pretty
What are you
pretty
drinking?
hard on it.
Electrolyte.
But
Electro what?
you did really well
Electrolyte.
yesterday.
Wait, I know what that is. People drink that after, well,
It was
a
a little-
long night out on the town.
Yeah, sure. Long night, long
Little
workout, or
remorseful
even if
about
I just
not
need to feel perfect
sending
balance.
him with my daughter
Electrolyte's
out to my
scientifically
parents' house
superior
just to
hydration formula delivers instant
relieve
hydration.
him
Can I have
from
a sip?
Get your own at stores everywhere.
having all the
Electrolyte.
noise. But
Perfectly formulated to work faster.
he got pretty accustomed to it after a couple hours the first day, and yesterday he did really well. So while I was feeling pretty bad, it eventually went away. See, I'm keeping the same principle with the kind of grass and the lilies, you know, as I did with the dress in the water. Just gives a like I said, while it makes them separate and stand out a little bit, it also kind of helps unify the piece. That's the deal with doing this stuff. I mean, you want you want to clearly define all the elements, but at the same time, you don't really want every element to stand on its own. You want it all to work together. Again, there's no hard and fast rule. That just comes with doing it and experience. You know, whatever you end up doing, like you can say, "Hey, I'm done," and that's great. Maybe you are, or maybe it's one of those things that seems like, oh, you know, you could probably do this or this or this to push it further and take it to another level. And I'm sure somebody can do that with my work too, where they can be like, hey, you know, that's really good, but you know, if you did this or that, make it better. I mean, heck, I do that to myself too, just with work I've done in the past. I see it somewhere where it was like, oh man, I wish I would have done this or that instead of what I did, or in addition to what I did. It would have made for a better piece. And that can be a blessing or a curse. I mean, that can get pretty frustrating. Like, oh man, I can't believe I didn't do this on that piece or do that. And that can get a little frustrating, but at the same time, that's how you know you're getting better. That's how you know you're making progress, is that you can see like, yeah, I could have done this better, or done it like this, and that would have worked better, or done this, and you know, so. And if you ever get to that point where you stop seeing things that can improve, probably means you're not improving. Probably means you're plateauing. Which everybody hits that level. It's just a matter of figuring out how to push through, whether it's, you know, looking at other art or photos, or trying to figure out like, how do I get this effect, or just eventually kind of mastering something you figure out how to do. Crap. Okay, I did mess up. I'm gonna have to. Didn't update my my flat layer, so I know I need to fix something, but since I started merging layers, it's going to be really hard to do that. So I guess I'll show you how to undo your mistake, and not with so I'm going to save, but I'm going to do save as. I'm just going to create a new file. So I've just created a new file, and now I'm going to open up the old one, which hopefully still has, yes. Okay. Oh, boom. That. So I need those selections in my flats channel. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this channel over to my current version. So now I have this. I can just update my flats. See, boom. That's how you fix your old mistakes. Save a new file and open up the old one. I'm gonna put this on pause a minute. I gotta go use the restroom. So I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. Okay. Got these red tones in the water here, which that's okay, except they're right in the middle of all my green lily pads and grass, so it's a little jarring. So I'm going to kind of reduce that red, but put a little more green in that water, because that'll be more appropriate than the red. Working it a touch. That was a little too much though. That's right. Yeah, that works. Spots. Again, this is kind of taking liberties with reality. There's not really these hard edges like this on the lily pad, but it looks really good when you're doing it like this. So gives them a little, gives them a little more defined shape. This is one of those instances where the details that kind of make things work and go to that next level. This probably really isn't necessary. The fact that you're doing it looks good, you know, is going to help distinguish your work from other people's. This is by no means something I invented, you know, just my picking up tricks and seeing what other fantastic artists do and be like, oh, how do they do that? Why do they do that? What's up with that? Taking it and incorporating it in my own way.
Does this place look haunted?
No, I don't think so.
What about those two creepy girls?
Come stay with us.
That is truly frightening.
You know what's really scary? Missing out on Geico's great service. With Geico, you get 24/7 access to licensed agents.
Thank you, creepy girls.
Want to see our room?
We're gonna sleep in the car now.
Happy Geico-ween. Switch today for 24/7 access to licensed agents.
Every day, people use Via to get where they want to go, when they want to go. Via has a plan called Keep SA Moving, designed to improve the transit system by providing shorter travel times and more weekend and late-night service. The goal of the plan is to serve more people by providing more services more often. See how the plan works at keepsamoving.com.
Samsung is changing how you see TV. With the Terrace, a TV made for the outdoors. The Sero, a TV that flips to vertical to watch mobile content on the big screen. The Frame, a TV when it's on, art when it's off. And the 8K QLED, with picture quality so real, it's unreal. See how Samsung is changing how you see TV at samsung.com/TV-innovation.
One thing you got to be careful of when you're working straight from pencils is that the lines are not opaque. So you can see some of your selections at the time, and depending on where it is and what you're doing, you watch your edges a little bit. My goal here, like I said, is I'm trying to emphasize his face more. While I've colored the line of the face, I'm going to lighten the spot that's getting hit with more light. Neat punny, but see the difference. Kind of just helps. Well, it makes her face a little longer. I don't know if I'm okay with that actually. A little more heat. These highlights being essentially lit from the sword. Now I'm having her lit coolly from the background most of her body, but I want this area of emphasis to have a more warmth in it. The highlights. goal is to try and create kind of a line of mist behind her, like, hey, it's real foggy and misty and British, you know, with the fog and stuff, but trying to, I don't want to, it may just need to blow out the background where it just gets really, really bright. I'm not sure. I haven't quite done this effect before, so I like my water drips. I don't really want to lose them, but I have to just due to the effect I'm going for. But I don't know. We'll just see what happens. I'm going to start with this cloud brush, dust. I don't want a firm edge, you know. That's what defeats the purpose of mist and. Have to adjust my to fix it up later if this is the decision again, like, it would be weird just to straight have it right behind her. That would just be awkward and inconvenient, so yeah, is to try and bring in some of this. I probably need to adjust the color, but I want it to be just it's brushing this other blue-green type of color. We've got the preserve transparency on, so it's only going to affect what I've already brushed in. Having this kind of secondary color is helping generate a little bit of shape in here. instances where I will turn on the anti-alias. Don't use terribly often, but making these specific selections, I'm trying to keep it a little softer and defined, but I also want it jaggies. It looks like that I did move the mist over my waves, because you see how my water lines aren't really affected by the mist, because that layer I did that on is above. Making selections is a little tedious, but it's absolutely. Oh. True, did the deselect. I meant to do a selection. Ugh. Whoops.
In San Antonio, people need to go to work, shop, care for family, and stay connected. That's where VIA can help. We have a plan to improve the transit system by decreasing wait times, shortening travel times, and adding innovative services like rideshare. All to help reach the goal of moving people quickly, reliably, and easily. See how the plan works at keepsamoving.com.
You love listening to your favorite artists, and we love listening to you. So let's talk. Click now to take part in our short survey, and you could win a month of gloriously uninterrupted music with Spotify Premium. That means you can enjoy all your favorite artists ad-free. Sound good? Then all you need to do is hit the banner now for your chance to win.
Hi, I'm Michelle Obama. The people who know me know that I love to immerse myself in good conversation, to really go deep. And this summer, I decided to press record. The result is called the Michelle Obama Podcast. I just hope it's as fun and meaningful for you as it is for me. The Michelle Obama Podcast is a Spotify original podcast, and you can listen to the series for free right here on Spotify.
Presented by Tide.
I can do that. That's okay. Right now, I'm just trying to want to keep her mostly defined. I like this aspect a lot, where we got these kind of ghosted treetops peeking out through the fog. I think that's pretty cool. These lines just a touch. I don't want her mouth to look. there. There's also the other downside to pencils being not opaque. You can see through some of this stuff, and so I need to work and clean up some of my lines where going over, where the mist goes over her dress. Second fight on that at some point. there. It's the one downside to doing layers. Sometimes you work on the wrong one. As I get further along, these stupid dark tree branches are actually the part that's bothering me the most in this piece right now. So, I'm working in a little more into make them as part of the rest of the piece. These just seem kind of like globs right now. So, going to work to make them a little more interesting. At the same time, I don't want them to be overpowering. You know, they're framing devices more than
How about if we made that wait even shorter?
Vital information.
Now, with Forklifts On Deck text alerts, when you check in online or with our app, we'll text you a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in. And when you're the next man up, you'll get another text to come take your seat. Less wait time, more prime time. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
To celebrate State Farm's surprisingly great rates, we gave this song surprisingly great lyrics.
State Farm, prices made just for you. That's what I said now. Prices that surprise you. Just go ahead now, keep that money in your pockets. And that's some bread now. Save up, maybe one day buy a rocket. Just get a quote now.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You love listening to your favorite artists, and we love listening to you. So let's talk. Click now to take part in our short survey, and you could win a month of gloriously uninterrupted music with Spotify Premium. That means you can enjoy all your favorite artists ad-free. Sound good? Then all you need to do is hit the banner now for your chance to win.
What you see on Twitch and what I see on the monitor is a bit different because my monitor is calibrated for printing, so it's quite a bit darker than what you see on Twitch. So, like in this area, like this is pretty much black. It'll print pretty black. If it was to print this area. I don't really want it to be black. That's why we have that fog over it. Yes. What's up, buddy? Just in time. We're closing in on it, I think. So, makes the blade a little more visible because it was getting a little lost with the I want the fog to be a little bit darker there. So yeah, man, I'm digging this one. I think it's looking pretty cool. Nice. I think my kid will be coming home in the very near future, in an hour or so. So while I don't have any other pages coming in at the moment, I'm trying to wrap this up because it was close to being done after the last stream, and I only did maybe about an hour's worth of detail stuff yesterday off camera. So my goal is to get this wrapped up, so next go around I can maybe work on those Final Fantasy pieces. I like that a bit better than that black blob right there. But yeah, no man, I think this piece is coming along pretty well. I think it's pretty much wrapped up. I'm really quite pleased with the sheer kind of look. I wasn't quite sure how to get that, but I think I kind of got it. Is it? Pretty quiet on my side. There. But yeah. So, yeah. I think the sheer effect looks pretty good, which I had no idea on actually how to make that. So, the fact that I think it works pretty well is pretty exciting, because I didn't know what I was doing. Got this little blowout effect here, which is kind of happy accident, which I like it. You know, it helps kind of seal it all together. But yeah, no, I'm digging this one quite a bit. I think I need to fix this, because that's kind of where my eye is going right now. Going to one, it needs its didn't have its fill light, so I kind of want to bring in the fill light here. Probably tone down the red a touch. it's things that what I'm doing probably won't print like I'm actually doing it, but it'll look good. Basically all I'm doing, I'm putting a little bit more of the environmental color into this. It'll make it pull it off a touch. Not too much, just a touch. To unify this bit a little more because it's a little off compared to the rest of the piece. Yeah. Okay, so basically we went from this to this. I think I dig it. I think I dig it. I had a little bit of an error earlier, so I had to go back to this to get the fix the bit I needed. But yeah. I'm pretty happy with this. I can probably just sit here and tweak forever. It's yeah, definitely, man. No worries. You want it, you got it. Is it still loud on your side? Because I like cannot hear the stinking music at all, hardly. It's all misbalanced, I think, now. Okay, I think I'm gonna call that one
Sport clips getting
before I
set for
keep
that great MVP
screwing with
haircut
it and ruining it.
experience. Yeah, how about if we made
Actually-
that wait even shorter?
Actually, wait.
Now, with Sport Clips on Deck
I want
text
to
alerts, when you
do-
check in online or with our app, we'll text you a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in. And when you're the next man up, you'll get another text to come take your seat. Less wait time, more prime time. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy.
In San Antonio, people need to go to work, shop, care for family, and stay connected. That's where VIA can help. We have a plan to improve the transit system by decreasing wait times, shortening travel times, and adding innovative services
It's
like
visible
rideshare.
to you
All
or
to help
not.
reach the goal of moving people quickly, reliably, and easily. See how the plan works at keepsamoving.com.
In this election, of course I have questions.
Voting? It's maybe the greatest freedom we have.
I'm not letting a pandemic take that away.
How do I vote by mail?
What if I moved? ¿Y cuándo me registro? There are answers.
It just takes a few minutes. Make sure you get it right.
I'm gonna make sure my vote is counted.
Introducing the largest voting information campaign in U.S. history. For official information from election authorities, visit facebook.com/votinginfocenter. This message was brought to you by Facebook.
Gonna pop in a little bit of edges on the stalks here because give them a little more oomph, a little more personality, but not overpowering. Okay. Calling it a wrap on this one. I like it. I don't want to screw it up. Always save. Always save. Well, cool. That one's done. Let me, I'm gonna pit stop for a minute and take a breather, drink some water, use the restroom, and I may just start this Final Fantasy one, or check my email and stuff, see if I've got any, see if I've got anything pressing I need to do, or if I got another assignment or a page. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go take a pit stop. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. What's the matter? Okay. Not yet. Like another 30 minutes or so. My dog is giving me the look. He wants something. I don't know what, but I'm gonna make him wait 30 minutes. Because I'm so mean. Alright, actually, I gotta finish flats on this, so that's what I'll work on. And does some really cool stuff. But I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of his smoke just because it's hard to flat because there's no closed lines. I can't just select it and be done. It looks cool. He does a great job and that it looks cool. It just sucks on my end. It's kind of anticlimactic to go from working on that really cool Lady of the Lake and getting that finished up to hopping over to lay flats. It's, it's kind of the nature of the beast, though. Once you get the really cool stuff done, it goes right back, starting over with the monotonous part. Oh my goodness. So you're now even on board. Laying flats, man. Necessary evil. Yeah, no, I got it right. I think. actually been really nice the last couple days, being able to do work during the day. Well, actually, for most of the last week too, since my wife was off. Having been on dad duty while she's at school, spend my days taking care of the munchkin and then have to work in the evenings and nights, which make for some really long days. So it's been really nice just being able to work and get stuff done during the day. Kind of able to breathe at night and just kind of relax, because there hasn't, last few weeks, there hasn't really been much chance to relax, because it's just, if I wasn't taking care of her, I was working, because that was the only time we could work. So tomorrow, since she comes home this afternoon, feed her lunch and put her down for a nap, and hopefully she'll sleep long enough until Alyssa gets home, but maybe not. But tomorrow we'll go back to the dad all day and work all night. I enjoyed both parts. It just makes for really long days. I'd prefer to do one or the other, or be able to do both at the same time would work well too, but not quite at that age yet. My mom and dad have one of those plastic playhouses in their yard that she plays in. It's got a doorbell and table and stuff in it. It's pretty cool. She just sent me pictures a little while ago where daughter apparently no longer feels the need or wants to use the door, and she gets inside by climbing through the windows.
See how the plan works at keepsamoving.com.
She learns a new trick every time she's over there.
I'm Michelle Obama. The people who know me know that I love to immerse
Really
myself
pretty
in
cool.
good conversation, to really go deep. And this
There's
summer,
just something
I decided to
new
press
almost
record.
every day.
The result is called the Michelle
Pretty cool to
Obama
watch.
Podcast. I just hope it's as fun and meaningful for you as it is for me. The Michelle Obama Podcast is a Spotify original podcast, and you can listen to the series for free right here on Spotify.
Presented by Salesforce.
Don't you hate it when the price advertised isn't the price you end up paying? Like with T-Mobile's Essential Plan, the price they advertise isn't what you pay. Read the fine print. Taxes and fees are added to the price, and you have to get multiple lines. With Spectrum Mobile, the price you see is the price you pay. No added taxes, fees, minimum lines, or contracts on any plan. Spectrum Mobile, a better way to mobile. Click to learn more.
Give me the reasons to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out, you can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones, you won't ache my soul, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, but fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight, I'm a heavyweight. push me down to the ground. What goes around comes around. You won't put the flame out, you can't get to me. Say what you wanna say, go take it all away. But I'm here to stay, no, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, but fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight.
Actually, I gotta end the stream because I gotta take a phone call. It may take a while and it'd be weird to do it all online. So, thanks for hanging out. Hope you dug the Lady of the Lake, and I will be back on probably next Tuesday. So, peace.